Hello students. Today I am going to discuss with you the concept of mathematical induction or what we call principle of mathematical induction. Okay. To understand this principle of mathematical induction, let us consider one statement or what you call mathematical statement. Okay. Let we have a mathematical statement that PL is such that n square minus 36 is negative. This is one statement. Okay. Now, where n belongs to natural number. N is a natural number. Let us check whether this statement is true for natural numbers or not. Okay. At n is equal to 1. We consider first natural number which is 1. We check P1. This is 1 square, that is 1 minus 36, which is nothing but minus 35. That means this is negative. And our statement says that its value is negative. So this statement is true for n is equal to 1. Now let us consider another natural number. Let's say n is equal to 4. Again P4 is equal to 16 minus 36. 4 square is 16. So again it gives you minus 20. Negative. That means for n is equal to 4, again this statement is true. So this way you can see that this statement is true for n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2, n is equal to 3, n is equal to 4, even at n is equal to 5, P5 is equal to 5 square is 25 minus 36, which is minus 11, again a negative number. So this statement is true at n is equal to 5 also. Let us consider some other natural numbers. For example, at n is equal to 7. Now, if we take n as 7, then the statement P7 must be 7 square, which is 49, minus 36. So this gives you 13. 13 is not important, important is plus 13. That means this is positive. But the statement says if this is true, Pn is such that n square minus 36 is negative. So now at this stage, this statement is false. And for all other natural numbers 7 or greater than 7, you will find that this statement is wrong or this statement is false. Because at n is equal to 8, you get 8 square, which is 64, minus 36, it is 8 and 28. Okay. So here now we can say that this particular statement is true for some natural numbers, certain values of n, and false for other values of n. Okay. Now we consider another statement, and that is if we take one statement like Pn is such that n into n plus 1 is an even number for all small n belonging to natural numbers. Means this n is a natural number, and for all natural numbers this statement says that n into n plus 1 is an even number. Now if we check this, you will see that this statement is true for all natural numbers. Okay. For example, at n is equal to 1, P1 is equal to 1 into 2, which is 2, even number. At n is equal to 2, P2 is equal to 2 into 2 plus 1, which is 3, which is equal to 6, which is again even, and so on. You will see that this statement is true for all natural numbers. We have infinite natural numbers, but it is true for all because natural numbers can be either positive or either even or odd. If we consider any even natural numbers, then this n is even and n plus 1 will give you an odd number. Even plus 1 gives you odd. So even multiplied by odd number always gives you an even number. Okay. Now, other possibility is that this n is odd natural numbers. Now, if n is an odd natural number, then this n is odd. But in that case, this n plus 1. Odd number plus 1 always gives an even number. So again, odd number multiplied by even number. Again, whenever even number is multiplied by odd, we get an even number. So if n is even, then even into odd, we get even. If n is odd, natural number, then odd into even, again we get even number. So this statement is true for all natural numbers, maybe even or odd. But if we have to show this, we have infinite natural numbers, we cannot keep putting the value of n like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to infinity and keep showing that it is giving an even number always. So for that, for those cases where the given statement is true for all natural numbers, we have a method, just 3-step method, which is called principle of mathematical induction. And we have just 3 steps, and if all the 3 steps are satisfied, then we can very easily say that this statement is true for all natural numbers, all infinite natural numbers. Okay. Now, what are those steps? And that solving or showing that this statement is true for all natural numbers, that 3-step method is called mathematical induction or principle of mathematical induction. Okay. Now, we will see or we will show that this is true for all natural numbers with those 3 steps. Okay. Step 1. First of all, we will see whether this statement gives an even number for any natural number. By putting any natural number, first we have to see or check we are getting an even number or not. Okay, then the best possible natural number is 1. Okay, so we take step 1, we just check that at n is equal to 1. P1 is equal to 1 into 1 plus 1, 2 is equal to 2, which is even. And since we are checking the truthness of this statement for all natural numbers, so we say therefore P1 is true. P1 is true. So we just check, okay, if this is given, this statement is given, so let us check whether for some natural number it is true or not. So at n is equal to 1, it is true. After that, at step 2, as we cannot keep putting the values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to what? Okay, we presume this step is of presumption. We just presume that this statement is true for some value of n, and let us say that value of n is m, where m is any natural number. So we write let Pn is a symbol for this complete statement. In place of this complete statement, we can write Pn. Let Pn is true at n is equal to m. We considered some value of n. We took that as m, where m is also a natural, must have to is also a natural number. Okay? So it is true at n is equal to m, and if this statement is true at n is equal to m, that means when I put n is equal to m here, I should get an even number. Okay? Therefore, m into m plus 1. It must be an even number, and we know any even number is represented as multiple of 2. So it is equal to 2k. This is our equation number 1, because this step is of presumption. We presume that it is true. If it is true, then the value of m into m plus 1 must be 2k. Step 3. After presuming that this statement is true and n is equal to m, we again check or show that this statement is true at n is equal to m plus 1. Just next value. Okay. So we just check that at n is equal to m plus 1. Now we consider if we have presumed that this statement is true for n is equal to m, then now I will check whether this statement is true for m plus 1 also or not. Okay. So now I will check. So p m plus 1, and obviously I will take help of this equation number 1 in solving this. So p m plus 1 means n is replaced by m plus 1. So it will be m plus 1 into m plus 1 plus 1 will give you m plus 2. Solve this. So you get m square plus 2m plus m plus 2. Okay. Now I readjust these two. So m square plus m plus 2m plus 2. Now you see equation number 1, and in equation number 1, if you open this bracket, this is m square plus n, and we have already taken that its value is 2k. So here this portion can be replaced by 2k. Here from equation number 1. It is 2k and plus 2n plus 2. So you can take out 2 common. It is k plus m plus 1. K plus m plus 1. Now this is again a value which is multiplied by 2. It is a multiple of 2. Therefore it is again even. Any number which is multiplied by 2 gives an even number. So now this pm plus 1 is also even. So we just write, therefore pm plus 1 is also true, because pm plus 1 is also giving an even number. So pm plus 1 is also true. Now see, at step 1, I just checked that whether at n is equal to 1 or at some natural number it is true or not, and it is true. So I showed that P1 is true. Second step is of presumption, where I presume that this statement is true for some value of n, which is m, and accordingly the relation is created. Now, after that, after presuming that this statement is true for n is equal to m plus 1, we check and show that this statement is true for just next number also, that is m plus 1. So Pm plus 1 we take, and n is replaced by m plus 1, this is m plus 2. When you multiply, you get this value, and this value m square plus n from equation number 1 is replaced by 2k. As a result, we get a number or multiple of 2, and multiple of 2 means even. That shows Pm plus 1 is also even. And if it is even, that means this statement is true at Pm plus 1 also. So we write Pm plus 1 is also true. Now, the moment we show that Pm plus 1 is also true, now we can say that this statement is true for all natural numbers. And finally we write, therefore Pn is true for all n belonging to natural numbers. For all n belonging to natural numbers. Because actually we have shown, this is just checking, in these two steps we confirmed or showed that if this statement is true for some value n, then it is true for m plus 1 also, just max. And m can be any natural number. On the other hand, we have checked that this statement is true for n is equal to 1. Now, if I consider this m as 1, if it is true for 1, then it is true for 1 plus 1 any 2 also. If it is true for 2, then it is true for 3 also. If it is true for 3, it is true for 4 also, n is equal to 4 also, and so on. So, this way we can show that this statement Pn is equal to n into n plus 1 is an even number for all infinite natural numbers. So, this is what a three-step method to show that any given statement or series is true for all natural numbers or whatever is given in the question. And this method is called mathematical induction or by principle of mathematical induction. I think, students, you must have understood the method and the concept of mathematical induction. Okay? Now, in next lecture, we will solve some other questions on the same concept, that is, or we will show that different statements are true for all natural numbers using the principle of mathematical induction. Okay? I think ये सबको समझ में आया होगा स्टूडेंट्स. अगर सबको ये समझ में आया है, कंसेप्ट समझ में आया है, तो प्लीज शेयर दिस, okay, and subscribe this and like also.